Welcome! I'm Frederick J. Bart of Executive Currency. I'd like to introduce you to the $1, $2, and $5 silver certificates from 1896, known as the Educational Series. This is an era of great thinkers. Henry Ford takes Carl Benz's concept of an automobile and begins mass production in an effort to make the car affordable to the common man. At the same time, we had Charles Goodyear working on the vulcanization of rubber, which was useful not only in automobiles, but in other manufacturing plants. Thomas Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, Samuel F.B. Morse, these were great inventors during the same time. Edison, often known as the Wizard of Menlo Park, he generated myriad inventions. Bell, of course, the telephone. Morse with his famous Morse code or continuous wave communication. Many critical inventions took place during this pivotal period in history. In the art world, you have Rembrandt, Van Gogh, Michelangelo, who paints the dome of the Sistine Chapel. In the United States paper money, we have the exact same corollary to these artistic masterpieces, and we call it the Educational Series. We're looking at the $1 Educational. In this case, it's been encapsulated by PMG as Choice About Uncirculated 58, resting right on the cusp of brand new. This particular specimen has a magnificent impression of the $1 denomination with 4 jumbo margins, including an oversized upper margin because it is from the A sheet position. Every aspect remains fully embossed on this brightly colored banknote. The dominant theme on the front of the $1 denomination is history instructing youth. The Washington Monument, an obelisk by design, appears in the background, while the names of famous Americans are located centrally within wreaths about the perimeter. The back of the $1 1896 silver certificate exhibits portraits of both George and Martha Washington in ovals, left and right of center. The central design is the word 1 atop of a numeral 1. The ever-vigilant public rebuked the design under the argument that no one should come between George and Martha. Historically, 1896, a very difficult time for our country. The United States had been in a deep economic depression for 3 years. Our country was not only ready for a change, but it needed one. 1896 is an election year. McKinley is successful and later assassinated. The $2 Educational illustrated here as a vibrant, vivacious specimen with razor-sharp corners, bold blue serial numbers, rich red treasury seal, and a fantastic forest green back. The front of the $2 denomination displays an allegorical image of science standing in the center with an outstretched arms. She offers the power options of both steam and electricity, represented allegorically, to commerce and industry, shown in a similar fashion. In keeping with the same theme, the verso shows inventors Samuel F.B. Morse and Robert Fulton. Culminating our discussion of the series, we have a magnificent $5 note illustrated. This has been ranked Choice Uncirculated 64, teetering on the cusp of gem by PMG. Important things going on in 1896, as we've learned. The giant Utah Territory finally becomes a state, and Madame Curie discovers and develops radiographs, X-rays, for the very first time. Blanche K. Bruce is the first African American Registrar of the Treasury, and the Supreme Court of the United States has declared that equal but separate segregation is legal. The dominant theme of the face is electricity. It shows the right arm of electricity extending skyward, holding a light bulb, illuminating not only the scene before it with the Capitol in the background, but actually the future as it was to become. The back shows portraits of President Ulysses S. Grant and General Philip Sheridan. I'd like to take a moment to discuss the fascinating history of the $1, $2, and $5 educationals used for illustrative purposes in this video. They were actually preserved by one Colorado family from the time of which they were issued until acquired by our firm in 2013. The family thought that the currency was so beautiful that the family used a tiny strip of tape on the right and left edge of each piece to display the notes. If this set is no longer available, or if it isn't for you, please allow us at Executive Currency to build a 3-denomination set of 1896 silver certificates with the educational design to your specifications. We handle these notes in low but attractive circulated grades, all the way up to the very finest known for those collectors desiring to build a registry set. Whatever your collecting goals, whatever your objectives are when it comes to United States paper money, we here at Executive Currency have more than 31 years of experience, and we would like to put our experience to work in developing a collection that meets your needs.